Yo, 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 everybody. Brother Stevanius here. Welcome back to Command Centre Wargaming. Fantastic. So today we're going to have a look at some rumours or leaks that are based around the Salamanders rules leaks. Now, I don't know how legitimate these are. I just want to basically put a little bit of a disclaimer here. I saw I don't watch the channel, like I unsubscribed the channel ages ago, but I basically saw somewhere around the internet there was another channel who was basically saying that there's like all these, salamander leaks and things like that, and I decided to check it out for myself. So I went and did a little bit of digging around. Apparently it is a thing. So basically, yeah, and I came up to this. Now we have the Salamanders rules leaks here. And I'm just reading this from the War of Sigma blog. I don't know what this is, what's going on here, guys. I just literally looked it up on Google, and this was the second thing that came up, so I clicked on it. From what I have seen, like I said, I haven't watched any of those videos on other channels, so I really don't know. I try to stay away from the hype channels because I like the facts. But basically, from what I could see, this seems to be legit. But I don't know. It could also be sus. We really don't know yet. I think it's really, really, really early, and it's really strange that the rules would be let out really, really early. And because the thing is that Games Workshop, in my opinion, would probably be controlling leaks. So unless they've kind of got whiff that everybody's saying Iron Hands are really overpowered now and stuff like that, or really, really good, depending on how you want to look at things. By the way, just a quick add in there, I actually said in my last video, I said that, yes, I do understand Eldar, Dark Eldar, Orcs and stuff like that. Okay, I know Michael Popper and things like that was saying, talking about, is it really power creep when you've got all these Xenos armies out there? I totally agree with that. But why I think it's an issue is because you don't really think that Dark Eldar and Eldar are going to stay where they are, do you? And then Space Marines are just going to be on top. No. Either codexes will get even more brutal. So yeah. Now, from what I've been able to see from these leaks, my initial opinion, and once again, this is just my initial opinion. Like I was saying in my last video, anytime Space Marines are going to get some love, especially after the last couple of years, is absolutely amazing and fantastic in my eyes. And even though initially I don't think this is as powerful as the Iron Hands one, I still think that it's powerful enough. All right, I think it's sort of on Raven Guard level of powerful, maybe a little bit over actually. I think Ultramarines are still more powerful. I still think Iron Hands are like I said, it's it's all happening over here, guys. I've already started. All right, so got the cool Iron Hands scheme going on with with some metallic black sort of thing happening, because I've already got Death Watch armies and other black armies, 100 black armies, Death Companies. So I just got sick of painting black, so I'll try to alterate it. But I might do a review up on the channel, do a bit of a painting tutorial or something like that. We'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, I still think they're pretty strong, and we'll take a look at the rules. Flamers are a thing. It's definitely fluffy if this is legitimate, and if it is legitimate, mad credit to the person who April Fools this, or whatever it is, because it's a pretty decent rule set. I think it suits the Salamanders really well. So going through it, once again, thanks to War of Sigma. Whoever you are, awesome. I guess check it out, guys, if you're around. It could be a cool blog, could be not. One interesting thing I noticed is that, all these images have these clickbait sort of writing on it. I don't know why that's there. Like I said, I don't know what's going on this website. We don't know right now, how legitimate this stuff is at the moment. So maybe someone else watermarked it from somewhere else, and then this website basically just stuck it in there anyway, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, this YouTube video is reviewing this, for educational purposes and review purposes. So that's what we're doing. We're just, analyzing and interpreting and reviewing the contents in this video. So we're not doing anything wrong. I don't know, and the images are in the public domain anyway. So all good. fantastic. So, Lords of Nocturne, these are the rules we've got so far. This section contains the data sheets that you will need to fight battles with your Salamanders miniatures, as well as points values for those data sheets. Each data sheet includes the characteristics profiles of the unit it describes, as well as any war gear and abilities they may have. Now, please excuse me, everybody. The images are very blurry here, and I have been I've worked like many hours today making lots of games, so I'm pretty tired. So if I get some words wrong, let me know. Okay, so we've got 2 characters by the looks of it. Now the points are grayed out or blacked out on this website. Let me know in the comments down below if anybody knows the points values of these characters. Like I said, it might be spoken about on another channel, whatever. I don't watch those channels, and I haven't really seen it anywhere else. So, fantastic. So, it looks like we've got 2 characters, 2 named characters. We've got Vulcan Hestan, and which is, you know, given that we get him, and we've got Adrax Agatane, I think it is, or I can't read it. It's very blurry, everybody. I do apologize. So we'll just read it out here. I had a vision sent by the Emperor. He showed me the Sons of Nocturne in all their burning splendor. Warhammer 40,000 Salamanders Codex rules for you. By the Emperor, thought of me, smiley face. So like I said, everybody, I can't, validate where these have come from. I do not know. So we'll just have to take this with the biggest grain of salt. I do think it's suspicious. I also think it may even be a redirect, especially with a lot of other rumors coming out around the Dark Angels. The fact that everything that's happening, people are saying that the Iron Hands are very strong. Some people are even saying that they're OP. It could be a bit of a damage control or a redirect from Games Workshop doing a controlled leak. It could be just utter bullcrap. So it could be just, someone playing a prank or being glorious or whatever. So we don't know. Okay, but this is basically what we've got. So cast of characters. So 2 heroes. We've got Adrax Agatone. All right, 2 by the power of 12 plus 5 plus 3, 37 points. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below. Adrax Agatone is the current captain of the Salamanders Chapter 3rd Company. Before ascending to the rank of captain, he was originally the sergeant of a tactical squad. If this is true, that's awesome. I really like the fact that, Games Workshop are basically putting in a lot of stuff into the fluff there. Actually, putting some empathy and a lot more character into their characters. Not just, Brother Sergeant Tantheus number 52, which is kind of a Space Marine thing anyway, I guess, isn't it? Like, it's not, uncommon, but it's nice because, the Salamanders have always been, more of a chapter that's been more wholesome. They've all been the most humane, out of the Space Marines. They actually give a half crap about human beings more than what other chapters do. Not to say that the other chapters don't give a crap about humans, but, they kind of look down on them a lot. Salamanders give them a lot more leniency, I suppose. They have a lot more empathy for the humans, a bit of a bleeding heart, So fantastic. So here is rules here. Movement 6, weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 2, good, standard. Now I believe this is for a minor character because Vulcan would be like the chapter master dude. Strength 4, toughness 4. That's okay. I mean, look, I have a feeling these guys are a bit of a glass cannon. I'm sort of reading into a little bit of sort of like a Dark Elder kind of Space Marine sort of format for these guys. Whereas like the Death Guard, the Iron Hands, I feel might have been more of like a sort of like a Death Guardy style. This is kind of more like a bit of a Dark Elder kind of glass cannon. Sort of mix. So wound 6, it's interesting because Vulcan's wounds 5, but anyway, whatever. So maybe he is the stronger character. Yeah, it looks like he is. So wound 6, attacks 5, leadership 9, 2+ save, right? So 6 wounds is all right. We can't really see the points. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below if you know the points. I can't see them here. Adrax Agatone is a single model equipped with Dracus, Malleus Noctum, frag grenades, crack grenades. You can only include one of this model in your army. So we've got the Dracus here, is range 12, assault D6, strength 4, minus AP 1 damage. Resolving attack made with this weapon. Do not make a hit roll, automatic towards a hit. Okay, so imagine it's like a flamer kind of thing, flame pistol. Special kind of, named flame pistol. The Malleus Noctum, so melee, strength is ×2. So he'll be hitting on 8s, AP -3, 4 damage. Like, I mean, guys, I said, like if these aren't official, good job, whoever, manifested this. So, resolving attack made by this weapon, subtract 1 from the hit roll. So that's really good. So, subtracting 1 for the hit roll. He's already hitting on 2s though. So what does that mean? Like he's hitting on like 1s or something? Yeah, I don't know about that. Did I read that right? When resolving an attack made with this weapon, subtract 1 from the hit roll. So it means he's just going to be basically hitting on 1 less than what he would have hit. That's very interesting. I don't know. I guess it could come into play with like minus negative modifiers and things like that. So he's essentially like, he's always going to be hitting on a 2, even when it's -1 a hit, I suppose. Yeah, could work. And we don't really know everybody. Like, I mean, what's happening with the psychic awakening stuff? It could be that there's a lot more psychic shenanigans coming as well. And, so, we could have these other effects and that. And, we really don't know at the moment. Like we can't really judge. It's a bit too early. It might even mean that Iron Hands are, maybe not as good as what we think we are once this psychic awakening thing sort of comes out, so we'll have to see. Angels of Death, the +1 attack, the +1 la la la. Okay, that's usual. Onto the Anvil. Add 1 of the wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons by models in friendly Salamanders units, while their units is 6. This model, and if his unit has charge moves, charge before her. Yeah, so same thing as usual, but you basically get a add 1 to the wound rolls, which is pretty damn powerful, considering you're already going to be wounding on 8 here, with a strength -AP 3 and a 4 damage. That's a lot of damage. That 5 attacks will become 6 attacks because of the Angels of Death. And it's is it a heavy? No, it just says melee. So yeah, wow. Okay. So Iron Halo, 4-up invul. Then we've got the Adrian Decreti Cloak. When resolving an attack against this model, reduce the damage characteristics of the weapon by 1 to a minimum of 1 for that attack. So basically, yeah, that's also pretty. I don't know about this, guys. I don't know. I don't know. This might be a bit of a fizzle. I don't know. I think these rules might be fake. Yeah, I think these are bullcrap. Yeah, I don't know about this. Anyway, we'll keep going. Rites of Battle. Reroll hit rolls of 1 for attacks made by models in friendly Salamanders units, whilst their unit is within the 6 of this model. Then we've got Vulcan. Vulcan has started as a single model equipped with bolt pistol, gauntlet of forge, spear of Vulcan, frag grenades, crack grenades. You can only include one of this model army. One way with the rules, to check for fake rules, one thing that they always get wrong is they always really suck at Photoshop. But I'm having a look around, and usually the other way they've stuffed things up in the past is basically by these alignments being off. I'm just having a look at that. I'm having a look at that 2 there. I'm wondering if in a codex that's meant to be aligned down here. Just give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm just going to get up just 1 second. I just want to check the format of Games Workshop's official data sheets. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right. I'll just strap this back on. Thanks for that, guys. Thanks for your patience. I'm just gonna go. I've just got like a random codex here. Space Marines, Codex Space Marines 2. What I'm doing is I'm just checking the like the format, like the actual graphics design and things. to see that stuff actually adds up with like indentations and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of the times when people have put fake rules out, one of the ways you can spot them is basically by fake indentations. And from what I'm looking at, the indentations seem to be like okay. Like I don't see that there's any massive deal there in terms of format or anything. So maybe there's legitimate. I mean, there might be. I mean, look, you know, I'm just looking at this now. I haven't gone through and you know gotten a magnifying glass on it, but it's looking pretty legit. So anyway, if it is fake, great job, you know, good photoshopping. So let's see how it goes. We'll just keep continuing. So Vulcan, he's got a bolt pistol, range 12, pistol 1, strength 4, AP -0, 1 damage. Yeah, okay. He's got 4 attacks, 5 wounds, strength 4, toughness 4, weapon skill, ballistic skill 2, movement 6, same as him. Yeah, he's good. Like, I'm actually surprised though, because this guy looks beefier than Vulcan. But whatever. Gauntlet of the Forge, range 8, assault D6, strength 5, AP -1, 1 damage. When resolving an attack made with this weapon, do not make a hit roll. It automatically scores a hit. Cool. Yep. So that's sort of fits in with the Salamanders theme. Spear of Vulcan. All right. So strength +2. It's a 6. Minus AP2, D3 damage. Frag grenades, crack grenades, la la la. Angels of Death. Okay. Same thing. You get +1 attack. So he goes up to 5 attacks. Still less than Adrax. I'd say he'd be a Primaris, by the way. You know, like basically, yeah, he'd probably be a Primaris. And yeah, Rites of Battle. Reroll hit rolls of a 1 for attacks made by models in a friendly Salamander's unit, whilst their unit is within 6 of this model. Kiari's Mantle. This model has a 3+ invulnerable save. Forge Father. So that's really good. He's got a 3 up. Forge Father, you can reroll hit rolls and you can reroll wound rolls for attacks made with his flame melter weapons. Okay, which is exactly the kind of trait I would expect to see from the Salamanders. So it's definitely bang on there. So yeah, we'll just move on. Those are the 2 characters. Vulcanistan, Captain character, Imperium, Deptus Astartes, Salamanders, keywords. It's looking pretty alright. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. The thing is though, I mean, the fact that this image does have like clickbait basically, you know, smashed all over the top of it, it's kind of like just, it might be that it's written there as basically just telling people that like, yeah, this is a fake. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just sus about these rules. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you know, I'm all for leaks. I'm loving my leaks, but I just don't know. Usually there's someone who comes out and basically is responsible for the leaks, or, you know, from what I think might happen is Games Workshop might, you know, leak things in a controlled manner when they want to spur hype. But, you know, I don't know, like, I mean, it just seems a little bit funny to me that Games Workshop would want to, you know, take the spotlight off the Iron Hands when it's just so fresh out of the mold, you know. So anyway, let's have a look. So, Watch the World Burns. Whilst this tactical doctrine is active, Flamer and Melter weapons get +1 to wound rolls. Now, again, this is an interpretation of the rules. But anyway, so Promethean Psychic Discipline. Nothing super OP, but it's in line with the other Psychic Discipline. Still Flaming Shield and Dragon Skins, fake name, are a good buff. Oh no, good buff. Yeah, no, I read it right. Well, I read it the way he wrote it. He or she wrote it. So, like, yeah. Fire Blast, okay. Looks like it goes off on a 6. Choose a point. 1 mortal wound on a 4 up within 3. Okay, so that's good. And by the way, so just looking at these spells for the Salamanders, they all look very offensive. So again, the whole, you know, glass cannon thing, or the whole, sort of like offensive doctrine for these guys. You know, and you know, as we'd come to expect, you know, their stuff revolves around fire for the most part. So Flaming Shield, buff one friendly unit, -1 to hit, which is powerful. Hands that burn a lot. That doesn't sound like that's something that someone would write in a codex that knows English properly. But anyway, I mean, the thing is, the Games Workshop, here's the other thing. You know, Games Workshop aren't bad at English, you know, and they might be bad at writing rules sometimes. But like, you know, most of the time they're good. Everyone makes mistakes, but their English is impeccable. You know, Games Workshop's English is a very high level. And, you know, either this guy's just basically just making stuff up, or, you know, just reciting things as he remembers it, or that's full of it. But we will wait and see. Dragon Skinniness or Skins, buff, toughness 1, Fury, D3 mortal wounds, if 2d6. Dragon Form, -2 LD debuff or leadership debuff within 12. Loots, okay, so loots, I think they're talking about relics here. Some sexy loot as expected by the master artisans. So we've got the sigil, 1A, like +1 attack, I assume, yeah. +1 attack and OBP, OPB, +1 attack with 6 or a buff. Sorry, I'm not sure what OPB is meant to mean, but yeah, +1 attack. If you know in the comments, let me know. Dragon Slayer, hammer, strength ×2, I take it. If it's anything like C#. Anyway, AP -4, damage 3, -1 a hit, +3 damage on a 6 to wounds. Right, okay, these sound... No, okay, that's a weapon. Yeah, okay, bolt gun, strength 5, -AP 2d3. Magic Tome, +1 casting psychic power from the Promethean disc. The mantle, -1 on wound rolls. Magic helm, +1 wounds. 1 leadership debuff within 6. A combi flamer, normal, but with -1 AP and 2 damage. So yeah, I don't know. I got a few question marks over some of those. Again, everybody take this with a massive grain of salt. You know, it's, you know, we're talking about, you know, like pictures with clickbait written all over them here. We're just, you know, we haven't even got the Iron Hands Codex yet. So yeah, just big salts here, big salts. Warlord traits, okay. +2+, this Vulcan's one apparently. So you got a 2+ strength. You got a 6-up feel no pain and heal 1 at the start of turn, which I think they're really good rules. You know, I think that's good. I don't think it's too OP. I think this is one's really good for a Warlord trait, and it sort of synergizes up the top here with basically, you know, the fact that these guys sort of like do have what they start with 1 less wound, but you can sort of buff them up as you go. So grant Defender of Humanity to a friendly. Okay, so yep, so Defender of Humanity, give it to a friendly unit, I guess. 2+ toughness, reroll the number of flame attack within 6. It's Andrax's one, so he rerolls flamer hits, I guess. Whereas auto hits, but yeah. So how many actual attacks he makes, which is really powerful. It sounds really awesome. Gene Stealer Colts, you know, if this is factual, they're going to have a really tough time against these guys. Once per phase, 1 attack auto hit. Wow, I hope there is a stratagem to stack 2 Warlord traits for 2+ strength and 2+ toughness. Well, there is in the main book. Well, there might, no, well, the main book's a different one. So every other codex, I think, well, the Ultramarines one has got it. So chances are they might have something. We'll wait and see. Stratagems, rise from the fire on a 4+, come back with 1 wounds. Yeah, fair enough. That sounds okay. It sounds like a nice original rule. Relentless, 1 unit count as stationary if not running, I suppose, or run. Stand your ground, 1+ save against damaged weapons. Tower Overwatch, select 1 unit that can overwatch enemy targeting friendly within 12. The buff guy or gal get a second warlord trait. Right. This vision sent by the Emperor was not complete. That's it for the Warhammer 40,000 Salamanders Codex rules. I hope this vision was sent by Big E and not one of the Chaos Gods. Most of the names for abilities, traits, and relics have been changed to protect the source. Cheers, Bob. And there's a lot of ads. So, yeah, I mean, look, it really could be a thing. It really could be a thing. And, you know, thank you very much to Bob, and thank you very much to War of Sigma or whoever got this out. You know, that's pretty fantastic. You know, and let's see how we go. At any rate, I still don't think, if this is correct, I still don't think that it's as powerful as the Iron Hands. I still think Iron Hands are more powerful. I do think they're going to be a bit of a glass cannon if it's the case. I do think that that they're still going to be good though. Obviously, a lot of emphasis around flamer weapons, a lot of regaining wounds, things, buffs of toughness. You know, psychic powers are very offensive. Maybe very strong hitting. You know, initial army. Kind of like Gene Stealer cults. I mean, I can imagine just getting in there and just getting in there very fast and brutal. And attacking in there quickly, just putting a crap load of damage down, and then being able to weather it a little bit, maybe with some of their healing, you know, stratagems, all that kind of stuff. And I also think, as someone said in the comments down below here, there were some comments going on. I also think as well that there's, wherever it is, yeah, aggressors with flame weapons might be a thing. That was in there. Someone made that comment there. And I think that could definitely be a thing. But yeah, you check out the website. It's all there and all going on. I'm sure it's been talked about, you know, in other channels and stuff like that as well. I haven't had a look at any of this yet. Like I said, I wasn't even going to do this video. But I figured, you know, like, it was pretty exciting news when I saw it. And I just wanted to talk about it. So anyway, everybody, I'll catch you in the next video. You take care and keep rolling.